Hello! What is up, everybody? It is Saturday, and after an extensive stream yesterday, we are in Chapter 3! We did it. We did it, but because we also leveled up, we're starting with that today. This. We'll do this. No, let's just take this one, I think. I think we just take this one today. This time. No allies in a 5-cell radius around them. They get plus 10 dodge reduction. I did not realize that dodge reduction was going to be such an important thing. Because, like, if we look back at this... Where is it at? Did I not star it? Oh, no, wait, it was this one. All right. Yeah, there it is. There it is. There it is. There it is. Oh, wait, no. So dodge reduction would be here. Here. So yeah, I did not realize just how much dodge reduction could be useful. So I didn't really build for it basically at all. And now I kind of regret that. Because, like, if I wanted to, wait, I could start building for that and get a shit ton of dodge reduction. Right? I wish there was a search function. Maybe there's a mod for it at some point, but I kind of wish that there was a search function in these. Excuse me. This could also be good. Moves to strike, deals direct damage, 1 stack of vulnerable. Ah, here we go. Aim for the opening is... Yeah, which I use basically every round. So we will do that. So what does lethality do again? I can't remember. It's been a while. A specific assassin parameter that is equal to dodge or dodge reduction, whichever is not. Thank you. That's so useful. That's so helpful. Man, it's fine. Okay, whenever an assassin hits a target with an attack that has 100 lethality or greater, for the first time in a round, the assassin immediately regains the AP spent for that attack. But you don't get to... But this doesn't... It still counts for the attack for that round, so it's not like I'd be able to use it anyway. Plus 12 dodge, which I don't care about. Plus lethality percent, chance to deal plus 5% of the target's maximum wounds more damage when hitting an opening. All right, I think I do just want to do this. The plus 20% dodge reduction is just like really, really good. All right. You. For this, I think we want... I use athletics so much more often than I use carouse. So I think we're going to start with athletics here. Of course, I don't have anything starred, because of course I don't. Allies with the braced effect or the 16% dodge for 1 round. Does not stack. The Navy officer and their allies with the braced effect do not provoke attacks of opportunity. Okay, what? Hi. 2 deflect for each archetype. Character gains immunity to force movement effect. Okay. It's actually really good. We'll star that. I actually don't have anybody else in the party with either of his archetypes. So that's only okay, wait, but that's combat. That's the first time in combat. So I'm still going to... It's still going to be full for every other time. Fine. You are acting like you are missing something. No, you still got water. I fed you this morning. You still have plenty of food. Okay. Bulwark. Do I have Bulwark? I do. Full cover for their allies and grants the adjacent allies stacks of annealing beacon. It's 1 ally, don't care. We almost never have him with any allies around. 2 saw radius, suffer -8 to dodge against all attacks except the vanguards. Maybe suffer -11 penalty to dodge instead. Which could be really good considering what I'm trying to do with Terry, right? We'll star that. We'll come back to that. This is something, this shit, I don't know why the fuck I never used the star function in this game until now. It was really stupid because, like, I don't remember all of these fucking feats. This is the first time I played the game. I don't remember what all this shit is. And so, like, so stupid of me to do that. Because following that, ally gains 11% more damage against all enemies in a 2-cell radius around the vanguard. The problem is I never used that ability. Oh, that would actually be nice. Allies afflicted by any of the Vanguard's abilities gain 5% armor for 1 round. What's it stack off of? Vanguard's Fellowship. Okay. 90% parry against enemies considered the Vanguard a priority target. Dude, I already have 95% parry. Attack made by an ally hits the Vanguard for the first time in a round. That attack does no damage to the Vanguard. If this attack is a burst attack, this applies to each successful hit in the burst. Wait. Whenever an attack made by an ally hits the Vanguard for the first time, the attack deals no damage to the Vanguard. Oh. Seven resolve is crazy. Each attack against the Vanguard grants them +1 stack of Unyielding Beacon. Each stack increases the resolve by 1, up to a maximum of 15. All allies... All allies in a 2-cell radius around the Vanguard gain 1/5 of that bonus. Oh, shit. Okay. I didn't realize that. I completely forgot what Unyielding Beacon did. Temporary wounds applied to the Vanguard now stacked, but only remain stacked at this until the start of the Vanguard's turn. At the start of their turn, the remaining temporary wounds are reduced to the largest amount granted by 1 of the light effect. Yep. The remaining that part I remembered. If the remaining number of temporary wounds is less than the number of stacks of unyielding beacon, it becomes equal to the number of those stacks, even if the Vanguard has no temporary wounds at the start of the turn. Okay. That part I remembered, kinda. This first part, the first paragraph, I completely forgot. I forgot that unyielding beacon had anything to do with resolve whatsoever. The question is, how often does he actually get attacked? Fairly often, actually. Holy shit, we could get his resolve up to like 26? Jesus Christ. No wonder I get fucking heroic action so often when it's his turn. Wait, which one was this? This was this one, right? Oh, and that's the end of it. Around them is hit. The Vanguard grants that ally 3 temporary wounds once per round each time. I think we get this one. That is like actually crazy. Yeah, that's fine. All right, you. I love that the crazy person is like my logic. Well, I guess technically Jai is. But Jai is my all of the stats person. But she actually is she's my lore warp person. Wait, what is this stack off of? Fellowship bonus over 2. So I should really get fellowship up by 1 so that I can double this effect. It is only for 1 round. So I think this is probably better. I think that's fine. All right, and you Medicae and demolition. I think we do Medicae first. I think Rouse is actually kind of... Well, I guess that's basic. That's just because their toughness is really high. Two plus agi bonus to enemies of both the ally and their target. Stand on the blood-covered cells. Yeah, we can do that. That's fine. That works. Okay, which do we do first with you? I feel like lore Xenos. Because, like, there's so many things that just do... that she already has so damn high anyway. Uh, use all officer abilities on allies in the area, regardless of distance. That's not really that big of a deal. Willpower resistance is forced by overwhelming strike. Wait, what does overwhelming do? What does overwhelmed do? Drops their ballistic, rate of fire, and weapon skill. Gotcha. Melee characters have their MP reduced by 3, and race characters try to get behind cover. Got it. Okay. Enemies in the same combat tactics area with the Grand Strategist suffer a -9 penalty to dodge and parry. That literally never happens. Stratagem on the rear area also makes the allies in that area the enemy's lowest priority targets for 1 round. That's usually what is going on well, this might actually be really good, actually. This could be good. At the start of combat, the Grand Strategist gains 1 random stratagem. Use it until the end of combat for 0 AP is crazy. Ooh. Kind of like that one. This could actually be really useful. Always gain the ability to reposition the combat tactics area they're currently in at the cost of 1 AP. Doing the Grand Strategist with the same... Haven't left the planet yet? We're leveling up our peoples! We gotta level up our peoples. Also, hi, Jello. Allies, including the Grand Strategist, in the same combat tactics area with the Grand Strategist, gain +5 perception and agility. Hello, hello. All combat tactics bonuses are increased by 6% if the area was not moved for 2 rounds. This could be really good, literally just for the rear one, because, I mean, well, the rear and the mid, like the middle one, I don't really move those that often. I mainly just move the front, like the 3x3, right? Every enemy in the frontline area increases all bonuses of combat tactics areas by 1. Oh, killed in the frontline area. Increases all bonuses of combat tactics areas by 1 until the end of combat. Okay. Using a stratagem on the combat tactics area for a second time in a turn refunds 1 AP. This effect can be activated once per turn. Okay, so I think we want this one, because I use the kill zone more often than any of the others, basically. And then I think next time we grab this one. I think this is the next one. And then after that, probably this one. All right. You are my commerce person, strangely enough. Well, nope, that's not true. Jai is. Never mind, Jai's my commerce person. Hmm. Fuck it. We're just gonna do more awareness. Fuck. Enemies damaged by the navigator suffer 13% additional damage from any source of warp damage. The bonus damage stacks for each hit inflicted by the navigator. Stacks up to 5 times. I wish I had... Wait. This doesn't say by the navigator's abilities. This just says damage by the navigator. So if I give her a burst weapon that has 5 shots, I know her fucking ballistic and weapon skill is garbage. But, like, I could just give her a burst weapon with a bunch of shots on it. That could actually be really good. Ebb and flow I do not like. Enemies moved. I don't really have any that move people. Has not been used this combat. The navigator gains +2 perception until the end of combat. Fails a resistance test. +36 crit. That resets whenever they get crit. Navigator powers deal +1 additional damage for every 5 bonus characteristics of the navigators. Currently equips staff. Wait. So, for example, her current staff, I think, gives +10 to willpower and fellowship? Wait. Ah, no, perception. So it gives +5 to perception and willpower, and then it's like it's like infusing 9. So that would be 2, 4. So I would get a +5 to damage. Not really that much, unfortunately. Oh yeah, this is terrible because we got fucking Adira boosting the fucking veil degradation infinitely. Wait. Remember the wait, what is this? Special tactical advantage effect that allows them to empower their attacks. They gain +1 in the stack for every 5 momentum gained by themselves or their allies. Ah! Number of tactical advantage stacks equal to their fellowship bonus. Their fellowship is quite good. Okay. After Heroic Act is used for the very first time in combat, Master Tactician's next archetype ability used will have its cost reduced to 0 on all subsequent uses until the end of combat. I use a lot of fucking Heroic Acts. Our Master Tactician's ally uses any consumable. We don't. By the Master Tactician, we do not kill people with her. Using med kits, we don't. Critical damage dealt by the Master Tactician increases by +1% for every stack spent until the end of the turn. Heals an ally. That ally gains +1 result. We don't really have a way to heal, except for med kits, which I never use. Beginning of the Master Tactician's turn, if their momentum is higher than 125, the first burst attack or area attack used by... This could actually be really good, because I tend to have very high momentum, like, constantly. All enemies hit by the Master Tactician have a 10% higher chances of hitting cover when shooting at the Master Tactician's allies behind cover. Okay. That could also be really good because of her fucking... like, the cone ability that hits fucking forever. Master Tactician reloads a weapon, all allies. We never reload with her. I don't think I've ever reloaded a weapon with her, ever. Press the advantage now ignores cover and dodge. What is press the advantage again? 4% additional damage for every stack of tactical advantage the Master Tactician has. This is half their stats. Stacks, rounded up. I think I want to do this. I think Blood Augury is really, really good. Okay. And I want to level up Argenta because, very specifically because of the ship. Very specifically because of the ship. Maybe I don't. Maybe I don't want to do this right now. I don't want to do this right now. I lied. I lied! Get fucked. You fools. Believing me? How dare you? Oh, this is just... I don't actually... This is me just staring at. I forgot that that was the thing. Alright, hooray! We did a thing! Alright, now we can finally move outside of our fucking... Oh, hey. Oh, that's right! She wanted to talk to me. Unless you've left your ornate cage. For many a turn I have sought to beat you, and yet your servant, the one who is like the silver-haired Abelard but twice as young, has no favor for the requests of a child of Assyrian. Yeah, because we don't like you. Take me to a place where the hearing of others will not steal the words intended for you. Could you just speak fucking plainly, woman? Jesus Christ. While you are mending the wounds of this world left by the Twisted One's attack, I was able to discover, no, not Kruderak's fate, merely traces of it. As Muirin found sanctuary under the boughs of the Lillathan's forest, so did my other kin find refuge in a system known as the Atlas Reach. We must make a journey there with haste, before new dangers destroy the witnesses who could show me a way to the lost Kruderak, whose fate remains shrouded by the stars. Their knowledge is a sole thread that may lead me to the truth, Elentak. I ask that your metal-winged ship take me along that thread before it tears under the strain of time and circumstance. Are you able to contact these people? No, I did not contact them. I have no means to do so. But I had enough time to explore the stone jungle of your world while you were preoccupied with your urgent matters. The path of the outcast has taught me to observe and listen to the world around me. In this case, the throngs of monkey at the port. Errant conversations, rumors, chance words, like parts of a speckled mosaic, they came together to form a hazy image. My kin were seen in the Atlas Reach. And now all we have to do is pull at the web of connections and possibilities to uncover whatever is concealed from the unseeing eye. Yeah, give me the coordinates, I'll do it. You will? Thank you, Elentak. This path indeed takes me to the truth. I will be indebted to you. A rare happening between our kinds. Yeah, maybe you should stop trying to kill us every time you see us. Maybe. You fucking dicks. Well, cared for, been service still covered with a lot of scuffs, scratches, and stains. Traces of the previous road traders. Yep. Gift from the house of Gaprak to the Von Valancius dynasty. Alright, let's see if anybody else has anything to say before we go. You have a lot to say, and I'm not reading all of it. My compliments to your tasted art. The collection here is extensive and most interesting. Hooray, she likes it. Alright, nope, never mind. You have nothing better to do. Or nothing better to say. Little Dargonis is boring here without Lady Theodora. She'd love to liven up the sleepy little place with a couple crazy decrees and public flog. Jesus. Wait, did I? Fuck! Still haven't gotten the fucking... Alright, Heinrichs. Alright, never mind. I was told that you get more stuff in chapter 4. Was your friendship? Oh, wait. Was your friendship with Aquila the reason you needed those augmetics? You're exceptionally observant. Developing a friendship with such a noble creature is the authority path. And after a moment of especially profound disagreement, I had to have my hand replaced. Damn. This is purely for the beauty of the thing. I used to be passionate about finding rare augmetics and could not resist having them installed, even if they were made by, shall we say, not purely righteous hands. With the fine craftsmanship, the razor sharp outlines, please keep this a secret from the Adeptus Mechanicus. I know the Red Priests don't condone things like that. Alright. Anything? Nope. Alright. Bye. Please, open the door. Would I tell you to open the door? Jesus. To the bridge. Sure, something will happen the instant I step on the bridge. Oh my god, Lord Commander, we haven't seen you in 3 whole weeks. We almost died without you. Ah! No, no cutscene. Also, I actually should have just clicked Munas Valancius. That's what I actually wanted to do. All right. I have access to those. Atlas reaches here. Oh, okay. That's a new place then. Interesting. Well, we can't just... Can we? No. We're still stuck. Still can't do anything. Oh, nice. All right, nothing new here. Do I want to go straight there? How many actually unexplored areas do we have left? It's literally just these 2. I'm going there. All right. Chart new routes. Hopefully it goes up here as well. Or over here. Damn. That would have been nice. Would have been a nice little shortcut to get over there once we're done with this area. All right. Well, let's see what we got in here. Feel like you don't have much. Never mind. Go away. How much phlogiston do I have? Only 18. Now I have 22. I think I'm good on adamantine at 27. Do I have more contracts? No? Rumors? Bunch of rumors. Bunch of rumors, a couple of quests, no new contracts. Nice. Nothing. Oh, wait, there was that one thing that was put at one plasteel. Get the fuck out of here. Wait. Oh, okay. So it automatically put itself together. I guess this is one of the rumors then. Oh, no. Ah, yep. Yep. Muro 79 says, okay. Well, the tiny colony is buried in an enormous yawning pit. The edges of its civilian structures barely visible even from the shuttle. Explore. The settlement was destroyed when the ground swelled up under it. The forlorn bones of dead colonists are strewn amid the rubble. On the edge of the crater, the scouts discover a tunnel entrance. Apparently, there was an explosion in the cavities beneath the town, whose unsuspecting people fell instantly into the chasm that opened as a result. Near its gaping maw is a shuttle, overturned and blackened by the blast, forever motionless. Investigate the tunnel. Miscellaneous. Oh, wait. That's something I'd have to check against Doggo's fucking thing. Deep beneath the rubble, the scouts uncover the remains of warehouses, depots, and a veritable maze of suspicious tunnels gated with airlocks. Judging by the Latin containers with half-effaced markings, the impressively vast subterranean city belonged to a smuggling syndicate. Investigate the shuttle. Lying next to the shuttle are empty bomb containers and corpses clad in characteristic armor. The void craft belonged to the Adeptus Arbites. Surviving records suggest it was the arbitrators who planted the explosives and collapsed the tunnels on top of their dwellers. Damn. Searching through the papers, you find the demolition plans. The arbitrators knew that detonating the tunnels would bury the colony, but prioritized eliminating the criminals over preserving the lives of ordinary settlers. The documents also included a map of the corroded expanse containing encrypted data. It appears the arbitrators were aware of another smuggler's cache, but in a different system. Wait. So these morons blew themselves up too? What the fuck? Alright. Jesus Christ. Good job, geniuses. Oh man, we gotta deal with these smugglers. Here, let's blow up all of the innocents on top of ourselves. This seems like a great idea. $40k cause of death is a coin flip between abomination and self-inflicted. Seems to be. Fucking hell. Oh, we got some enemies of humanity over there. What's another lava planet? Man, there's a whole lot of nothing in this fucking area, huh? We got xenotech. Is that worth my last extractium, though? I have 21. I kind of want to get either weapons or mechanisms. If I can. Which I guess those aren't something that you just extract, huh? Is it worth it to extract the xenotech? I guess it probably is. Alright, Idex is a planet of no particular note. However, the small station suspended in its orbit sends a distress call to your ship. The man in the hurried Vox transmission introduces himself as the planet's governor and asks for the rogue trader's assistance in a delicate manner. He promises to supply the details in a private Vox conversation. Study records concerning the planet. It appears Idex recently suffered a major coup. One of its noble families seized power and made outcasts of the former dynasty. Such plots are not uncommon, although notably, Idex has become less prosperous under the new government. Agree and speak with the governor. The governor transmitting on your personal Vox frequency whispers that Idex's current authorities are not who they claim to be. There has been an uprising on the planet, and a heretical sect has seized control. The governor pleads with you to launch an immediate strike on the governmental palace. With their top tier obliterated, the new authorities will be unable to hold power. As the governor knows the ruler of Thessera, Roldo. Oh! This could be really... Okay. Governor is glad to hear that you know Roldo, who is his distant relative. Being a friend of Roldo makes the rogue trader a friend to the governor of Idex. Okay, so Roldo is the one who tried to steal my body and my authority. So the question is, was he like that before he went there? And I'm trying to remember that quest. Because I think they all got corrupted by the warp active stone, the Thessarium or whatever the fuck they called it. I'm gonna... Okay, because if I remember correctly, Roldo, when he went to Thessera, he was sent there because he was actually really good at his job. On Idex. He was just like a lower level noble on Idex who was just like really capable. So he got sent to Thessera to basically make that planet more prosperous, and then he got corrupted by the stone there. So I actually think that this is not a condemnation of the governor for saying good things about Rualdo. So we're going to strike at the governmental palace. Whoever was the planet's official ruler has been reduced to less than servo skull material. Hooray! It just blow them both up. Wait, why is this highlighted? Leave the planet's orbit. Alright. Time to destroy the enemies of humanity! Alright, what do we got? We got Eldari. Are you? You're the evasion one. I don't care about you. You're also evasion. I also don't care about you. What? No way! I'm surprised that didn't kill it.
Nobody survives battle with this void ship.
Okay, so we got little baby here. Little baby here. Little baby here. Okay. Oh my god. The range of this is wild. I don't know why they're all zoomed in like that. That's kind of... Alright. Nice. What? What do you mean can't be used again this turn? What? Whatever. Holy shit, I did no damage there. Can I do this? No. I hate that I don't know what I can do and what I can't because, like, the abilities are lit up like I could. Oh shit, I'm stupid. Completely fucked in terms of working consistently, but the super action especially just decides sometimes that it doesn't want to let you launch any torpedoes after using it. Man, I love that. That's so cool. That's my favorite thing. Wait, would I be able to, if I do this, I can then do this. Hell yeah. They just don't launch or skip their turns? Yeah. Oh? 90% hit, 10% crit. Provides allies with targeting data, increasing their weapons and macro cannons damage 20% and hit chance by 30. Hello. Broke torpedo turns. That's unfortunate. All right, well, that's that. Oh, wait, I can go all the way up here from here? Sometimes you go 3 rounds without a torpedo taking a turn, and sometimes they take 4 turns in a row. I have noticed that the turns are, let's say, inconsistent. No, we're just gonna, yeah, that's fine. Wait. Okay, there it is. I was like, why did it come down here to tell me that Dargonis had a fucking thing going on? Weird. So there's also a smuggler's cache there. Oh, is that from the thing that I just did up here, up at the top right? All right. Go to Dargonis. Let's see what they're fucking doing. What do you fucking want? Void Scout ship has arrived from the colony's orbit, having returned from a long expedition. Their hold is filled with trophies, and their Promethium tanks are nearly empty. Oh, we have 28 Promethium. I do need to get my profit factor back up again a bit. Like, I get that it's not something that I'm going to have to worry about eventually, but I am still well below the cap at this point. And then we'll go down. What? Wait, that's not a fucking path. Okay. I thought I made this a path. I'm like almost certain that I made this a path. I'm doing it now. Right. Commotion on lower decks, but nothing actually matters. Nothing that happens actually matters. Firing range of launch weapons is reduced by 5, but their damage is increased by 30. I have a feeling that that's trash, and I'm never going to use that. Oh, nice. Just like, hey, you know, I noticed that you're a little low. Oh, I thought this led all the way up here. Oh well. Nothing happened! Hooray! I love when nothing happens. Put the gold under surveillance. Oh my god, there's so many things. Sanctify all chambers of the void ship one more time. Organize punitive processions against everyone faltering in their belief. All right. Hell yeah. Lord Captain, according to our telemetry, we have arrived at the coordinates you specified. The augurs do not register any activity on the surface of the local planets, biological or otherwise, but maybe the xenos are using their arcane technology to conceal their presence. Despite this, the augur crew managed to locate a faint signal at the system's edge. According to their data, it is coming from an unidentified vessel drifting in the orbit of a local gas giant. My kid could have been faced with a new threat, scavengers like pirates or something worse, if they were taken prisoner. I'm begging you, Owlcat. Let's go to the shuttle. I can feel that the thread of fate has frayed and is about to snap. I cannot miss what may be the only chance to solve the mystery behind the disappearance of my home. He's advancing to make quest. I know, it's crazy. 2 streams, 3 streams in a row even. Lord Captain, there is an unusual cluster of binary asteroids before us, rich in rare minerals and valuable metals. They are moving in a fairly stable orbit, which suggests the possibility of constructing a mining station inside the drift. And we just don't do that. We just don't. Adamantine, we do not need. Lord Captain, reporting, our void ship has passed through a cloud of cosmic dust of unknown origin. Unfortunately, the dust particles were covered in an icy shell that is frozen into a thick sheet on the void ship's hull, blocking some of the technical vents. It will take some time for the servitors to clear the ice. Until then, our maneuverability will be somewhat reduced. Well, that's unfortunate. What do we got? Trophies! All right. That's fine. Leaving Cassia back is fine. All right. What are you good at? You are good at awareness and basically nothing else. Got it. You know what? I really don't care about Lovely. I don't care about her build. I'm not going to sit there and try to fucking min-max. Wow. I moved 3 feet, and apparently I explored the whole fucking ship. The lanky, haggard-looking officer with sunken cheeks stares at you in fright. His body is shivering as if from a feverish chill, and his eyes are darting back and forth anxiously. Your lordship, Baroque trader, what brings you to our humble ship? Stop shivering like a leaf in the wind, monkey. Answer me, have you seen others like me in the system? If you have, tell me where, when, and under what circumstances your paths crossed and diverged afterward. The officer's eyes widen at the sight of Yulia. His face grows even paler than before. His lips move in a wordless prayer, unable to utter a word in response. What did you just say? Road trader? How would a mere officer know who's standing in front of him? His face changes and she immediately grips the handle of her weapon. Indira flinches as if from a blow. She turns her head and with unblinking eyes stares at Yulia. Red, where are you going? Where are you going? There is no path. You only think there is. You only think. That's interesting. First off, she's calling her red, which assumes a level of familiarity that I am not used to with her and Yurliet. Who are you? We are... There's no path, Red. There's only marsh. Marsh, and underneath it, rings. Black dragon rings. They have already encircled and broken you. They're encircling us. Well, this gives you a strange look and then closes his eye. Emperor, forgive me. Excuse me? The cherub is just fine. You gasp, sucking in the poison air, each breath scorching your insides with liquid fire from throat to lungs. Every cell in your body is engulfed in maddening pain, as if you are being doused in molten metal, skinned alive, and subjected to yet another form of torture. You hear sounds coming from somewhere far away, the moans of your people, the shuffling of bare feet, and light footsteps slowly getting closer. Oh man, if only you shot him in the fucking skull the instant you saw him on your throne! This wouldn't be happening right now, would it? Rogue Trader, a long-awaited meet. Fuck off. Just fuck off. God, I hate the fact that you still exist. You can barely see anything through the haze of agony, but you still remember the voice well, the voice of the xenos who devastated your capital world. Marajai's face is hidden behind a helmet, but his tongue leaves no room for doubt. He is smirking. No, what have you done? Are you dissatisfied, my kin? I promised that you would have your precious craft world survivors, and so you will. I will take you to them. I might even be there to witness your jubilant reunion. How could intoxicants overpower me? I was warned that one of the monkey was fond of experimenting with incapacitating substances. The gas contained something prepared just for you. Bring in the injectors. The monkey I promised to Tervantius are among them. I do not want these wretches to move an inch until they are in the hands of the Arch Machinator. As for you, you'll have your share of paralyzing dreams too, but I'm going to keep you. You are far too precious to be surrendered to a madman playing with fire. You'll crossing me again. You disappoint me, monkey. I have heard the pleas of millions and the curses of billions. You could do better. His last words fill your head like the deafening echo of a ship's siren. The gas creeps deeper into your lungs, eating away at them hungrily. As the agony spreads down your every limb, you are suffocating. Are you enjoying the sensation? I had this poison made for you. Who could have thought that a monkey would one day earn such an honor? A special gift from a draken? But you're suffering. I knew the taste would be exquisite were I to add a touch of the Drakari's talent for extracting anguish. However, there will be time for that later. No matter how I wish to play with you, all one after another, I need you for a purpose, Rogue Trader. Kumarak awaits you, all of you. Mandrakes, take them, leave none behind. $16 hours. Like, everything about this pisses me off. Because this motherfucker should have been killed 3 times over by now. Like, he should have never gotten to the point of being able to poison us in the first place. We should have killed him when we were on the fucking arena, like, down in the arena. We should have killed him when I pissed him off on that one fucking forest planet. We should have killed him on Dargonis when we found him. Like, with Kingmaker, I don't know if he's supposed to be like the Nyrissa equivalent of this game or what. But like with Kingmaker, Nyrissa could just teleport away. She often used illusions to speak with you, so you couldn't really interact with her or kill her beforehand anyway. And then in Wrath, there was this problem a fair bit in Wrath. There was a lot of, we're just gonna watch the bad guys run away. Because I mean, hell, we did that with Minago on multiple occasions. It's like, oh yeah, we're fighting, we're killing you, but we're gonna let you have a conversation with your dwarf lover and then run away instead of doing literally anything to stop you. Did someone capture you again? Yeah. Or we're gonna make a deal with the bad guy and then turn around and leave. I just like, it's one of my most, it's probably the biggest pet peeve I have when it comes to RPGs or stories in general. Like fuck saying RPGs, stories in general. It's worse with RPGs because a lot of times it's like, I'm like, this is not what I would do if I'm trying to be a role, like if I'm trying to role play in this and I'm trying to role play as this character, the character that I'm role playing as would not just let this motherfucker walk away. But it happens in stories all the time where you just, the good guys just let the bad guys walk the fuck away for no reason. Pisses me off. Pisses me the fuck off. Anyway, we've been captured by somebody who should have been shot months ago, but we've been captured by him. Your consciousness emerges from an ocean of darkness and nightmares, as if someone's powerful hand reached into its depths and brought you into the light. In the dark room, long and angular shadows move around and exchange remarks. One of the shadows approaches you, ripping apart the veil of pain and revealing features that look familiar to you. It's because there's a difference between game mechanics and your actual diegetic strength. That's true. But like, there's also, there are ways it's the same reason that Aaron cannot be revived with the Phoenix down in Final Fantasy. Yeah, but like, that's the thing. Like, Phoenix down, like, okay, so like the Phoenix down thing, I've always considered that it's not, you don't actually die, like your characters don't actually die until the party is entirely wiped. They are incapacitated, and then once the party is wiped, that's when the enemies go through and finish you off. So it's not bringing people back from the dead, it's basically smelling salts, essentially. You're waking somebody up after they've been knocked the fuck out. So like if you just change dead, like if you just change in your mind dead versus KO, Phoenix down not bringing somebody back from the dead in the actual story makes sense because that's not what they're actually doing. And I do think that that is what they're supposed to be, like that's what it is supposed to be doing. Because otherwise, death has no meaning in these worlds, right? Because you can just bring somebody down versus killed. Yeah, exactly. But like the problem becomes you took 8 times your max HP and damage at once, but you were just a little tired. I mean, not just a little tired, like, you know. Also, like, all of that is just like a way to convey how hard you got hit by to the player, right? Like, it's not actually what's happening in the world of that universe, right? And like, obviously there's also things that it's like, okay, you just got shot through the chest and it did like 1/10 of your fucking health bar. All right. Like, yeah, there's you know, there's a suspension of disbelief in combat like that. I have played Mass Effect 3. I've played it once when it first came out. I don't remember much about it except for one very impactful death. There is one very impactful death that has stuck with me. Of a certain scientist Solarian. But there was something else that I wanted to say before we continue. Right with that. That one sucked. That one hurt. That one hurt my feelings. That one hurt my feelings. Oh, he got away. I couldn't stop him. Yeah. So there's ways to do that actually work. Right? Like, what's a good example? Lord of the Rings actually has a good example. Not of stopping a bad guy from escaping, but preventing a party who is relatively close in linear distance from saving one of their own. And it's in Moria, right? You have Gandalf dangling off the edge. You have Frodo trying to get to him. And I think it's Boromir that's holding him back. It's either Boromir or Aragorn. I can't remember which off the top of my head. And like one thing that I've done is it Boromir? I thought so. One thing that I've seen in multiple because I like watching reactions to the Lord of the Rings. Aragorn is on the bridge. He's up with the rest of the group. He's not like down on the either way. It doesn't matter. One thing that a lot of people are saying are like, why are they not going to save Gandalf? Why are they just standing there staring at him? Well, because they have goblins fucking shooting at them. Like actively shooting at them while they're trying to deal with this. And that is something that prevents them from running over to help Gandalf. Also, it's a very narrow bridge. And I mean, they've all run across the bridge already, but that was when the bridge was also intact. And they also don't know whether or not the bridge is going to continue to crumble because half of the bridge just fell into the abyss. So like, there's a lot of information there that if you stop and think about it for a second, it's like, okay, this actually makes sense why they were holding each other back from going to try and save Gandalf, because there's way too many variables. There's way too high a risk, right? We can't risk the entire fellowship, even though Gandalf is insanely important. We can't risk the entire fellowship to try and run back and save him. You need to have something that is preventing the party from doing the thing that they would obviously want to do. You know, I walk into my throne room. I see that fucking Xeno on my throne. There has to be a reason why I don't shoot him. And there wasn't one. There was no reason that I didn't just fucking put a bullet through his skull. Because that would be impolite. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. There's got to be a reason that when he runs towards us and opens fire on my party in that forest planet, why we don't just light him the fuck up. You could have been a melee character? What is the likelihood of your entire party being melee? Having absolutely no ranged characters that could shoot him. And like, that's the thing. It's like, yeah, that's a reason why that is a reason why I wouldn't be able to do that. But they don't, they don't take into consideration that, like, of all of the combat styles in this game, melee is one very narrow section of that. But also there's a place in this game where you can choose to shoot someone but don't get the option if you don't have a gun equipped main hand on. Oh, interesting. And like it's definitely like just having the characters not do anything is I don't want to say lazy, but it is the easy way to get the it is the easy way to get the bad guy to escape, is to just put the entire party on pause. And it always feels bad. It always feels bad when I'm sitting there. I'm like, why aren't we doing anything? Why are we just standing here? He didn't even have a vehicle. They just shot a vehicle through the window for him to run away on. Why are we sitting here watching this? It's like, Idira, shock him. Fucking Cassia, use your fucking scream powers to fuck up his brain. Like, Jai, shoot him 8,000 times, you know? Yurliet, snipe him. Fucking, like, 1,000 things. 1,000 things could be done. You have to do something that prevents any possibility of any build from attacking him in that moment. And weird shit technology, and if they don't want to be caught, they won't be. We haven't seen that yet. We've killed quite a few Xenos, actually. I haven't seen anything like that yet in this game. How did they capture you to your own ship, by the way? No, we went to a ship. It was a human ship that we went to because we thought they had captured Eldari, because Yurliet was like, I want to know what happened to my home planet. Meh. You've killed Xenos that engaged in combat with you? I mean, true, but why did we not engage this man in combat? Anyway, that's my rant about this. I hate when they do that. Was it walked up invisible, de-stealthed, and then threw slurs at you? That's all they do, honestly. Like, these motherfuckers are worse than Frieza. All right. Anyway, I'm gonna get back into it. I think we talked about this for like 20 minutes. You are awake. Our toxin master spared no efforts to drag you out of the induced dream. I must commend the nightmare weavers. The emanations of fear you exuded in your delirium are worthy of the highest praise. However, it is time to finish what you are brought here for. It is time to work for the good of the Cabal, rogue trader. Yep, burn of the Emperor's scorching light, you filthy Xenos. Looks like you have acquired a taste for pain, monkey. Have it your way, then. Resist the inevitable and know a new facet of suffering. It's just one of the shadows near you, and your head is forced backward. Mara's eye brings the hand holding the strange object closer. You manage to make out translucent, glossy skin, bluish, pulsating organs beneath, and a little head with serrated jaws before the Dragari pushes the larva into your face. Eat it. Of course. Yeah, because I don't have any fucking crap. Springs into motion a moment later. As it blindly pokes at your skin, it discovers your nostril and rushes forward, stretching the skin and tearing through the mucous membrane. Unbearable pain overwhelms you as the larva begins to force its way through the soft tissue and cartilage. Carouse? So normally carousing is like... It's like... I don't actually know the fucking definition of carouse. It's one of those where it's like, I have a feeling that I know what it means. Drink alcohol heavily and behave in a noisy, lively, or rowdy manner, often as a part of a group celebrating. Feel the meaning? It's like one of those words where I've seen it used often. I've never seen it defined. And the way that it's used in this game is weird. Because, yeah, the definition, to drink alcohol heavily and behave in a noisy, lively, or rowdy manner, often as part of a group celebrating. So, like, you know, you're drinking, you know, you're having a good time. I've always heard it used in that context. But the fact that it's being used for this made me question whether I knew the meaning or not. Anyway, unbearable pain overwhelms you as the larva begins to force its way through the soft tissue and cartilage, each of its movements causing a crunching noise to reverberate through your skull. The creature greedily bites into flesh and moves ever upward, past the bridge of your nose, past your eyes, and then something alien invades your consciousness. Darkness clouds your eyes, but the sensation of an alien presence does not relent. This is not a conscious mind, but something primitive yet unbelievably strong in its unknowable pursuit. Just weren't happy enough? I guess it's it's like the ability to resist, like, it's almost like a toxin save in this. It's kind of how it's been, your ability to resist chemicals or other influences that would, like, inebriate you or cause you to, you know, be incapable of rational thought. Darkness clouds your eyes, but the sensation of an alien presence does not relent. This is, it is crawling around in your thoughts, scratching them with its sides and changing their shape. Perhaps all this is just a bad dream, a quirk of the intellect exhausted by endless troubles. Every time it's used in this game as a toxin save. Yeah, that's kind of what I think it's supposed to be. Like, this is the first time that it hasn't been, like, explicitly alcohol related. Or some kind of, like, poison related, I think. The calumny of a mind too weak for the burden it was made to carry. What the fuck is that? All right. Making of false malicious statements to damage someone's reputation, often called slander or defamation. What? What? Wait. Is there a different... No. It involves deliberately lying about a person to harm their standing, such as spreading false rumors about a colleague's background. Slander, defamation, libel, aspersion, or vilification. Like, if you just replace this with slander, a slander of a mind too weak for the burden it was made to carry. This word does not... I feel like they put this word in, and this word doesn't mean what they think it means. I feel like this might be like an ESL thing. Because this does not make any sense in this context. Anyway, a straight light dawns at the edge of your perception. Has ESL in extremely word-heavy games? Like, to be fair, though, the majority of the, like, the overwhelming majority of what they've done, like the majority of the text in this game is not like, there's a couple of grammatical weirdnesses.
Accused of consorting with xenos, betraying the Imperium, and neglecting the interests of humankind.
Pulsating strands stretch from under Cassia's headpiece. One wrapping around her neck while the others drain her lifeblood through her weeping eye sockets and mouth. Ah, okay. Solomorn's bloodless body is sporting enormous teeth of iron pulled from the jaws of his loyal cybermastiff. Passing ray of light reflects off the countless tiny blades that look like they spouted from inside Idira's body. Every exposed area of Argenta's skin is mottled with an intricate pattern of scarlet blisters, crimson indentations, and charred tissue. So this is the bad end hallucination. Cabela's skin is covered in countless injection marks. Black tendril-like webs of burnt nerves radiate outward around each one. All the cold trader's bones were broken. Her augmented arm was ripped from its socket, and the bones of every finger on the remaining hand are twisted and sticking out at strange angles. Pascal's augmetics were separated but not extracted from his body. The places where they connect to the organic tissues teem with predatory millipedes, feasting on the coagulated blood and accumulating pus. That is, I think that might be the most grotesque. Abelard's limbs were amputated and then sewn back onto his body with remarkable skill and precision using human tendons. Oh. That's gross. But what about Nomos? Argenta was worse? Which one was Argenta? This one? Not really. Whole skin burned and blistered? Yeah, but like it doesn't go into detail. Like it's just like, okay, so her skin is like really fucked up. Pascal is like, they pulled his augmetics apart away from his skin while leaving them attached, and then just fed him to millipedes. Thousands of millipedes.
The tribunal is waiting for your explanations.
Oh yeah, Heinrichs wasn't there. Neither was Yearlyet, right? Here comes our principal witness, the rogue trader himself. If the presented evidence was not enough to convince you, his testimony will conclude this confusing case full of oath-breaking lies and heresy. I was wondering who this was supposed to be. You dragged this boy into this trial and now expect someone will lend an ear to the lowly heretic's testimony? I thought better of you, Interrogator Van Calix. I was so very wrong. Enough, let him speak. The sooner this business is concluded, the better. Then let us continue. Shielded by the powers of the war to trade granted by the Imperium, Theodora von Valentius more than once allowed herself to openly collaborate with Xenos. She plunged her entire protectorate into apostasy and heresy, including the current rogue trader, and went out of her way to prevent the Inquisition and me personally from maintaining order inside the Expanse. Does the rogue trader admit to fraternizing with the Xenos, serving them as a puppet and rejecting the God Emperor's blessed light for the sake of his heretical desires and base profit? Ain't no way. The Xenos is gone. Why is the Lord Inquisitor here? And Theodora's reanimated corpse too? Didn't she die? Everything is wrong! Died, you say? But who are you talking to if I did? Get one simple truth into your empty head. Your role in these events is negligible. You shall think of me. Wait, you shall think me the Emperor of the Golden Throne if I so choose, and think me dead if it strikes my fancy. But this is not what matters right now. Just looking in your direction makes me sick. Why must I speak to the filth? That was a 9. Holy shit. Heinrich bends over you with a crooked smile. Rogue trader, are you all right? Or was your heretical association with xenos so disruptive that you lost your mind? Square. Mocking words do little to hide his irritation. The interrogator is obviously displeased with the turn the conversation is taking. Wizard leads forward slightly at the sight of your anguish. For a brief moment, the boredom in his eyes is gone. It was amusing, but the joke has outstayed its welcome. It is painfully obvious that this heretic is dancing to your tune. His word against mine, you have lost before you even unsheathed your blade, Heinrichs. Need not worry, dear Lord Captain. It was not my intention to bring up unsupported claims. Heinrich produces a data slate and skillfully manipulates the device until he locates the necessary information. The rogue trader has often been accompanied by a xenos companion. No, only when forced to. And though the warrant of trade doesn't allow one to grant sanction to individual specimens, what is this, if not a confirmation of the von Valancius family's loyalty to the enemies of humanity? Some reports note instances of close cooperation between the von Valancius Protectorate and a crime syndicate involved in the gold trade, the Casbala Commission. Sullying oneself by rubbing shoulders with such individuals is unworthy of such an elevated servant of the Imperium. The rogue trader's ties to the Drakari, a different subspecies of Eldari, is just as obvious. Who else could help him divine the carefully prepared plans of the Drakari, if not other Drakari? To gaslight you? Yeah. Terry von Valancius always ended up in the location of the next Drakari raid, knowing for certain where they were going to strike. I don't like this. I don't like... Wait, because there was nothing... Yeah, there was nothing that I could have chosen different. Like, the only other thing is the willpower thing. Need other affinities to get more options. But, like, I have dogmatic capped. The only one that I don't is heretical, and I'm only 5 points off of that. I did cooperate with a Xeno. Cooperation is a double-edged sword. Sometimes you use your partner, and sometimes your partner uses you, which is what happened to the rogue trader. Lady Theodora used him to undermine the standing of the Imperium in the Expanse. The tribunal remained silent, although those present cast ancient glances at your predecessor. At this point, the tribunal probably wants to know what the true intentions of the von Valancius dynasty are. The rogue trader claims he has been waging a war against the Drakari this entire time, except, was it really a war? Or was it another carefully staged performance? Allow me to explain what actually happened. Terry von Valancius personally invited the Drakari to his worlds and then used their strength and resources to sow chaos in the Expanse to gain leverage over his rivals. It is very convenient to play the victim while working with those who rob your neighbors, blind, and terrify the worlds that pay you tribute. How much did you profit from this rogue trader? Did you think I would not uncover your pathetic conspiracy? Alright. I'm going to try this. Or at least that is what you wanted to say. However, the alien will makes you say something else entirely. It was originally Lady Theodora's plan. Her servants, always let me know where the next Drakari attack would take place. Your pathetic attempts to paint me as a heretic are like a blunted rapier, tedious and useless. Theodora's gaze is not directed at you. She is addressing Heinrichs. I do not think so. Another witness to your atrocities arrived alongside the rogue trader. Ah, there she is. I was wondering where she was. If the court so desires, my speech will run like a river. Oh my god. Run like a river and wash away your doubts. I found a shard of my home in the rogue trader's chambers. An entire craft world vanished among the stars. The only clue to its fate resting in the hands of this monkey. That was when I began to suspect that he had something to do with the misfortune that had befallen my Kruderak. Do not be deceived by his breed. There is a cunning predator lurking behind the fluttering of fragile but... What the fuck? I hate how she talks! Monkey before you is a bizarre amalgamation of qualities not usually inherent in its feeble species. He has mastered the mysteries of many of this world's cultures, the secrets of the universe and ancient artifacts, the fine art of war, the intricacies of deceit. All are embodied in a single monkey, however hard it may be to believe. However, the thread that bound our paths broke the moment I realized the monkey's involvement in the disappearance of my home. To flee the rogue trader, I tracked down and eliminated his chief tracker, who has pursued our kin in this part of the galaxy for many years, and thus earned clemency before this court. So Achilles did not simply vanish, he helped him disappear. I say he has only himself to blame. An agent who cannot recognize an impending threat is useless. The court has been presented with enough evidence, and I hope no one is harboring any doubts as to the guilt of the Von Valancius dynasty, but let us allow the rogue trader to say his final word. We're all curious to know what you have gleaned from this inquiry. Really? Mercy? From these motherfuckers? From the Inquisition? Are you kidding me? Ain't no way. Ain't no way that's gonna do literally anything. Sounds like fun. It's like I don't think I legitimately think it's just gonna be a nothing burger. Like I don't think it's actually gonna do anything. I think this might be interesting though. This might be interesting. Yeah. I have nothing but a punt, but in the charade, everything that has taken place at this trial is a vicious lie. Wait. Yeah, so I wouldn't even be able to say anything anyway. The rogue trader is obviously stunned by the realization Theodore has been using him this entire time to impede me. Enough. After the spell is lifted, staggering pain pierces your body, darkness clouds your vision, and nausea creeps up your throat. But the wounds you manage to forget soon remind you that you are still alive. Marzai, Draken of the Cabal of the Reaving Tempest, first blade to Lady Eviscerator of whatever the fuck, Blaze of the Barca Kingdom, and Slayer of Carokius the Pale. The commanding inhuman voice tears you from the voice of agony, and you see the silhouette of a Jakari whose very presence makes your innards clench. How dare you come before the Council of Archons in the Dark City with this lesser creature? Hilliard observes every word, occasionally wincing in pain and covering her weeping wounds. Her posture and gestures are full of tension, like prey cornered by a pack of predators. Yearly it shrinks under the hungry stares of those around her. Oh. A 1 in 20. Nope. Xenos looks menacing. Perhaps she is the personal guard of the Jakari sitting on the throne. Alright, Marzai. A grin erupts on his face, but the Xenos remains surprisingly composed, does not dare to interrupt the unknown speaker. Look at the one on the throne. One half of his face is hidden behind a golden mask with an intimidating visage. The half is showing a malicious, sharp-toothed leer. The Xenos' elaborate armor is decorated with skulls and patches of human skin impaled on countless blades and hooks. He carries himself with authority and ease, as though he is a ruler who holds the thread of fate of all those presently tightly in his grasp. Listen to the conversation. With the greatest respect, mighty whatever the fuck, Archon of the Cabal of the Black Heart, first among the shows. Oh my god, they're like fucking Daenerys with their fucking titles. The Council of Archons has heard enough platitudes. Dracon Murzai, and no longer wishes to. Lion trees, ruthless chill to jagged ice, and other things also. Oh, vitriol. Okay, I'm not reading all it. It's just. Oh man, look at this man. He's so strange, and he's reading a poem. The Puppet Master has Vect himself invited you to this chamber. No matter, you may be our guests, but you are merely a spectator in this performance. The spectators do not belong on the stage, as you undoubtedly know. Do not interfere. Shadow in the shadows I will be. Oh my god, I got it! Look like the ones from the Dad's a Mask DLC, kind of. The bright motley, the hollow suit, the mask hiding its owner's face, and the graceful, subtle movements. Before you stands a Harlequin, another representative of the multifaceted Eldari race. The Xenos catches your eye and nods. For a moment, the play of shadows on the mask appears to twist his expression into a mischievous grin. Well, give it a shot. 1 in 3, basically. No. Judging by the Archon's reaction, this is a prominent figure in the Drakari hierarchy, but memory fails you. You are not familiar with the Xenos by that name. This is stupid. This is stupid. Keep them talking. And just listen. Considering the circumstances, the council finds Archon you've found guilty. The blade of your truth cut through the shadowy veil concealing her transgressions. However, how dare you insult the council with such a pathetic complaint? You should have ripped Use's hearts out with your own hands and granted her soul to Vect if you wanted to atone for the mistakes of the Raving Tempest. Or Reading Tempest, sorry. Alright, good. Fuck you. Maybe he dies here. To contradict my decision is wait. I should probably read all this other stuff. You're not even trying to read it. Nope. Euremerus. Is that better? It's more fun to just be affirmed near me. That's how you pronounce it. Didn't you know? Didn't you know? Didn't you know it's actually pronounced from The letters don't mean the same in their language. That's the problem. You're assuming that all these letters mean the same in their language as ours. You just don't know enough. Yeah. You just don't have the deep Warhammer knowledge like I do. Yeah, it's actually not that hard to say. But it's fun to just mumble through it. Murzai's eyes widen, filled with astonishment and disbelief. He seems to have been certain of the outcome and did not expect what he is hearing now. His lips twist in an enraged snarl, hatred directed at the Xenos on the throne, and yet it finds no outlet under the gazes of dozens of other Drakari in this chamber. To contradict my decision is to contradict the decision of the Vect himself, fool. Something in the Xenos tone makes your heart skip a beat. Allow me to discipline you for your weakness. Today, the Draken will loose his wings and plunge to the very bottom of the chasm. You will go to the arena to atone for your mistakes and impertinence alongside the rabble you have dragged to Kamarach. If you are a true Draken, you will rise again. If you do not, your suffering will satiate the worthy. Lay down your weapons and follow the guards. I will let you keep what little dignity you have left. This is my final gift for you, Marjai. Let's return to you, Commissioner. Falcon's laughter interrupts the Archon and echoes under the vaults of the chamber. And oh my god, masks and slaves and thieves, and unbeknownst to all, and upon a lead unseen, a player green. Eyes you with great, genuine interest. Is this how you treat the hospitality of Kamara? Arbeninin? The Archon angrily balls his fist, the shadow of his wrath hanging over the Eldari interloper like a thundercloud. I thought your words were worth more. You insult me by interrupting the trial again. Xenos sweeps in. Fails at reading poetry with any cadence at all. Nope. I am far too crude a creature to be reading poetry. The Xenos sweeps into a theatrical bow without taking his eyes off of Kurtz's face. Archon and melodies and entrapped and lips and hour and curtain and beginning now sends forth the call. And I died. You like my poetry reading? The world is an impenetrable haze of warm pain. You lie motionless. No, you rest in the murky gloom, slowly dissolving into nothingness. Sometimes your repose is troubled by unpleasant and persistent tremors, coming from the place where your leg used to be. You do your best to ignore them. Wait, did I actually lose my leg? Away, vulture! This is not your prey. A vaguely familiar voice reaches you through the curtain of darkness, but your disobedient thoughts refuse to reveal where and when you have heard it before. Was it just recently, or 100 lifetimes ago? The trembling comes from your legs. Coming from your legs is replaced with a violent jerking motion, and then finally stops. Apparently help, yeah. Let's take a look at this guy. I like the mask too. I'm looking at the gauntlet. I'm trying to figure out what the hell is on his gauntlet. Is it a gun? Looks like a fucking, like, a shitty baton to me. Obviously? What do you mean, obviously? Okay, so we have a gun, a baton, and a shiv. I'm glad we all agree on what this obviously looks like. Anyway. Phantasmagoria, Vagabond, Puppet, again arise to take up your place and dance. Till I get a cup of recap, my vital status is yet to be determined. Death, the whirling waltz of chance, and gloom you'll dance. Xenotech, never trust appearances. A prickling sensation burns your shoulder, and the darkness at last fully withdraws from your mind. Whatever the injection was, it is making your heart beat a frenzied tattoo. Your pupils narrowed so that you now register every detail of the disgusting place in which you have found yourself in merciless clarity. It is making your heart beat a frenzied tattoo. And your pupils narrow so that you now register every detail of the disgusting. What the fuck does that mean? Dude. Ugh. All right, let's see. Eat a frenzied tattoo. Tattoo alternative definitions. God damn it. Yeah, I have no idea what they're trying to say here. Like, obviously, it's just like your heart's fucking beating like crazy. But I don't know what the fuck they're trying. Like, I don't know what word they were going for with tattoo. I'm gonna try the carouse. Fuck it. We got a 1 and 4 basically. Oh my god, we got it. You immediately regret this decision. Every inch of your body is suffering. There is a dull, debilitating pain in your head caused by chemicals of some kind. Your body is covered in deep cuts made either for fun or with sinister intent. All of your organs appear to be intact, but the same cannot be said for your blood. You have lost a great deal. Finally, a strange gnawing spasm occasionally flares at the base of your skull. It is not severe, but for some reason it is what concerns you most of all. Yeah, because you had a parasite fucking burrow into your fucking brain. All of your equipment is gone, as are your shoes. You do not even have a knife at hand to fend off enemies or to open your veins. Look around. You're surrounded by the dead, numerous corpses. They torture you good? Yep. Numerous corpses, mutilated bodies, and pieces thereof. Humans, Drakari, and other xenos unfamiliar to you lie motionless in this gruesome mortuary. Look at your rescuer. Your eyes refuse to focus on the blurry figure of the person who came to your aid. He appears to be tall and... your mind emphatically refuses to continue, for every moment of concentration causes you suffering. I've seen you somewhere before. Who are you? Dream, illuminating will, and agony. Where am I? Shadows, where taught or pulled the puppet master's strings. The stranger intricately links his fingers to mimic the tools of a puppeteer. My companions, where are they? Not here, but if you play your part, perhaps the plot will draw you back together. Or to do. One-handed ranged weapon, unremarkable and weak pistol. The engraving covers its surface is far more valuable than any mere stopping power it might possess. Overture. Merchant's time to tread the boards has come. Embark, upon your pilgrimage. Take my party gift, a humble prop. Okay, the stranger deposits something in your hand and disappears into the twilight. Attempt to rise. You may have commanded multiple planets and millions of lives in your former life, but in this new reality, not even your own feet will obey you. Is it to punish you for your arrogance, your disobedient limbs, send a sharp jolt of pain up your body? Well, we are an iconoclast. Hey, we did it. Oh, shit. Duration permanent. We just got 10 toughness. Hell yeah. And iconoclast 9. Hundreds of faces flash before your mind's eye, friends, subjects, and companions. The universe is cruel and full of darkness, and your will and determination are the only barrier between your loved ones and its crushing apathy and brutality. You have no right to die, not here and not now. Resoluteness floods your veins like incandescent plasma, and you make another attempt to get up. Your bare feet feel like they're stuffed with rags, and refuse to obey. You have to draw upon all your willpower to suppress the rebellion and stand upright. The pain that engulfs your whole body immediately makes you question the wisdom of this act of defiance. Hooray. Corpses smile at you with warmth and whisper quietly, "It is over for you. Join us." Oh, that's pleasant. Lost contact with the flagship. Also will remove trophies. That's fine. How can you stand without one leg? Okay, 100 wounds. Trauma. Deformed bones, darkened eye, hamstrung. Power of armor. Honor. Tendons have been carefully cut with a thin and sharp blade in order to cripple you without completely robbing you of the ability to move. Falling inside your eye, you have lost. Why do I have this? Why do I just have cannons? What the fuck? I have three things. I have a pistol. I have a shitty pistol. I have a stem. And I have a fucking plasma cannon. These corpses fell down here from above. You hear them whispering about the beauty of their long descent and the cruelty of the impact that broke their cold bodies. Damn. Don't hurt me. I've got nothing for you to take.
I rise above hardships.
Oh. Gladiator's healing kit. Blessed Void Fury killed your people, tore down your banner, and replaced it with this heretical rag. What? Hands off, that corpse is mine. Bitch, I have a gun. I will shoot you.
Accomplished.
If you surrender to cut off and lie down, it'll be easier to breathe and your lungs will stop burning. But then you'll never get back up again. Removes one trauma. I'm not sure if these actually count as traumas. I'm gonna try to. Okay, it doesn't. Okay. But we were able to get rid of the head trauma. That's good. What do you gotta say? Whatever the dead have, I take it. Wow. The fact that it's... Your wounds barely hurt at all, and your body feels surprisingly light. Hell yeah.
I need to look closer.
Launchpad kit, nice.
We shall reclaim what is rightfully ours.
There's so many dead people around you. How? It must be Voidfear. Damn him for what he has done to your crew. Why do I think this is my ship? In a pleasant voice, the strange device invites you to put your hand in its depths and press the activation button. I feel like that would be a terrible idea. Enormous eye stares at you, or stares at you through the glowing portal. Or rather, the portal is the eye of something enormous, and its maw patiently waiting for you to step inside. It's off, that corpse is mine. Motherfucker, I have a gun. And you only have 27 health.
Let us walk this path to the end.
The wide maw of the chute stretches into a mellow grin, as if promising to disgorge a few more bodies to keep you company. Oh, good. I'm glad. You fool, do you have a death wish? That's why they came here, to gut people like us. So you're gonna try to sneak past. Maybe they won't take any notice. So you're retarded. Well. Perception Fellowship. I'm gonna get rid of a fucking other head trauma. What the fuck? Okay, those are all humans. Grins condescendingly beckoning you to take a place beside him. He has this life figured out. I mean, he seems to have lost a lot of weight. You know, half of it, roughly. Sparking weapon discharges becomes Theodore's disproving grumble. Do you consider that to be the face of a rogue trader? Your brave enforcers spend their every waking moment trading. After all, the Whitebeard could return at any moment and try to take over your ship again. To the pit. Okay. I want to loot this. Where are they at? They're both on that side. So they are all way the hell over here. Nice. Okay. So obviously we can put those on because fuck it, why not? I mean, okay, so let's see. 25 to 50 damage. That's actually crazy. Melting effect for 2 rounds. What does the melting effect do? Deflection by 1 and armor by 10. Okay. All right. Doesn't really look like there's anything there that I gotta worry about. Okay, to the pit. I don't know what this is, but it's a thing. Archimilitants always use the right tools for the job, being extremely versatile for all kinds of weapons. Or with all kinds of weapons. Hi, friends. Surrender cuff. Okay. The den you have found yourself in is filled with heady smoke, and the walls are lined with living shadows. The center of attention is a snake-like xenos. He's engaged in conversation with pale, harried-looking Drukhari and pays you no mind, much like everyone else here. Xenos, hell yeah. Wait, how the hell did I manage that? You have heard of this breed of xenos, the Slith. We've fought them! We killed... we killed like 2 of them. These creatures can often be found in the entourages of powerful Drukhari lords, where they serve as bodyguards and champions. They are just as depraved and vicious as their masters, but theirs is a more primitive intellect, and they are driven by baser needs. Survey the room. Everyone gathered here is armed. They all bear scars, and some even have fresh wounds. You notice a few humans among the xenos. They clamor in a mishmash of tongues, and their laughter rings with lunacy and bloodlust. The air is thick with an alternating sense of doom. Your trade eye does not fail to notice that virtually everyone in this place is under the influence of some substance or another, and powerful ones at that. It seems you have wound up in a narcotics den. Observe the scale Xenos. Leader of this gang is powerfully built. His scaled hide is reinforced with engraved metal in several spots. His long tail coils around and around as his snake-like head sways gently from side to side. Xenos is enjoying a state of blissful relaxation. His companion, a gaunt Drukhari, is looking at him obsequiously. Her entire body is adorned with hundreds of embedded steel beads and thousands of red injector marks. May we speak? The snake-like Xenos either fails to notice your presence or simply ignore you. Iridescent eyelid membranes slide over his eyes, momentarily shuttering them. No doubt a telling look among his kind. Without deigning to look at you, the cadaverous Drukhari mutters. Cadaverous is a good word. Malice wants you to disappear, pathetic whelp. Pay handsomely for your assistance. You have nothing, don't waste my time. The Xenos keeps his attention focused on the Drukhari, but his scaled figure is holding an elegant-looking injector clenched in displeasure. He speaks slowly and indolently, like a snake about to enter brumation. Really? I will render valuable services in exchange for assistance. What use could you be to me? But if you want to serve, I have a task for you. The dense temperature is controlled by an atmospheric convector. The scavenger who sold it to me forgot to mention that it was faulty. Unfortunately for him, he was unable to repair it. Now the scavenger is dead, and I have to suffer the discomfort. My race is cold-blooded. We like our nests warm. None of my gang have a knack for hardware, so if you can fix the convector, I'll take pity on you. I shall take care of the problem. I have power! I can make you rich. This place does not believe in promises, humanling. Komarak only believes in strength and spilt blood. You have spilt plenty of your own blood on my floor, and I see no strength in you. I see. You are Malice, I take it? I'm Malice. You are an inconvenience. Get lost, or you'll find out how Malice deals with inconveniences. Humanling. Alright. Step away. Where's the thing that I'm supposed to be fixing? Hello? Fuck are you? What the hell? What are you? Xenospasm grenade. I mean, obviously. I understand why in lore we're only getting fucking Xeno fucking weaponry, except for the flamer. I guess flamethrowers are universal. Uh, uh,
Let the faith guide my path to glory.
Aggressive blow has caved in the gladiator's skull. Holy shit. Oh, come on! Nope. Fuck it. Being an errand boy rather than just showing your dominance. The problem is I have none of my gear, none of my equipment. I have nothing. Powerful blows caved in his gladiator's skull. If not for his large and clearly expensive cranial augment, his head surely would have exploded. Just hold off on that one until you get your crew back. You have massive stat penalties? I do. Oh, you fucking... Alright, we have some sort of armor. Hello? I could climb down that. What do you mean? Hey, we got it done. Wasting no time, you approach the scaled ringleader of this rabble. Clearly more comfortable now, the sleepy torpor induced by the low temperature has been replaced with the languid ease of an undisputed leader in his element. What should I? The convector's fixed already. What's the point of me helping you? Through the drumbeat of your heart, you hear Malice's voice from somewhere far away. Fine, patch up the humanling. He's proven to be more useful than the rest of you put together. I was about to say, you had a problem. I'm the only person who fixed it, apparently. Sensation slowly... Jesus Christ, I'm getting a shit ton of XP doing this. I'm used to seeing like 12, 13. Granted, that's for like traps and killing enemies, but I'm just getting spammed with fucking XP like every other fucking dialogue box. Sensation slowly returns to you. Your body is still in pain, but you're no longer on the brink of death. Your wounds have been crudely closed with metal clamps, and your throat is pocked with injector tracks as though you've been wearing a neck pillow of needles. The one who rendered this first aid to you was certainly not a qualified chirurgeon, someone who would typically be permitted to minister to the person of the illustrious rogue trader. Looks like you're back with us. I don't know whether to offer my congratulations or commiserations. I kind of like Malice. Xenos looks at you without the slightest deference. Thank you for your help. Do not want your thanks, humanling. You'll earn back every stimulant I spent on you. As you stand up, you're seized by a strange sense of unreality. It is as if you are still there in the wicked darkness, and everything around you is merely a twisted mirage. Doubt seeps into your mind like a poison, sundering its contact with your body. You have to make a deliberate effort to hold on to the thought that you are you. What, is your mind maggot giving you trouble? Saw it latch onto your spinal cord when you were being patched up. A fat, well-fed grub it was. Lots of teeth. It's dying now. They have a short lifespan, and that means its poison is especially toxic. You lose touch with reality from time to time, and when the maggot dies, the final dose of poison will make you think your body is not your body at all. Then your heart will just stop beating. Was that a snake man? Yes. Cannot be removed by regular means. Hooray! Could have pulled the thing out of you, of course, but I thought, why should I? Consider it a guarantee of your gratitude toward me. When you've earned your healing, I will release you from it. Where the fuck does he come from? Don't worry about it. The lipless mouth stretches into a bloodthirsty grin. Or you can reject my generous offer and look for help elsewhere. Have you heard about that humanling that's always been hanging around the gate to the anatomical opera, gasping for breath and begging the homunculus to save her? Can't breathe normally. Even the way she says her name is funny. Jai Haydari. As if she's about to suffocate. Alright then. I don't know where they come from. We fought a couple of them in the final fight on Dargonis in chapter 2. And this one's like the leader of the, he's like the de facto leader of the gladiators here. Who are you? I am Malice, and the rabble you see are my shriekers. We are the gladiators, the bleeding meat of the fatal thirst combat arena. We are the beasts who go out there to kill and to die in glorious deaths for the entertainment of the dark city. And this den is our pleasure ground. Where am I? Kamarak, the dark city, the underside of existence, the realm of the Drakari. You heard of it, humanling? What is a mind maggot? Kind of translucent slug. It is a parasite that can only be found on this side of reality. Mind maggots feed on your memory, and they inject toxic hallucinations in your mind to stop you resisting. Drakari can train these creatures and use them to show their victims devious mirages. Why'd you decide to help me out in the end? You're a cocky whelp, but feeble like all members of your race. Your cockiness has not got you killed yet, which means you must be someone important, and you might be useful. What do you want from me? Kill for me. Go into the mangled sector and find a freak called the Commissar, one of your kind, and spill guts for me. Do that, you'll earn my favor. And in the chasm, that counts for a lot. You'll need a more serious weapon. Prove that you're useful first. Do this and Malice will see that you have decent toys to play with, but not before. In the meantime, you can pick something out of the junk pile. Who is he? President Drakari, who thinks too highly of himself instead of dying in the arena without any fuss, he is hiding, gathering other slaves of your race around him, and making pathetic plans to get his revenge. And many of your kind are listening to him. See how few humanling shriekers there are? They used to all come to me, but now they listen to the Commissar and no longer come. Mangled sector? Off-putting. It's an off-putting place. It's the base of the spire in which we live. Kamarak is stitched together from scraps of various dimensions. And in the mangled sector, the seams are starting to rip. Space is collapsing in on itself, and entropic radiation is off the scale, spawning all kinds of abominations. The sector itself is slowly but surely turning into nothing. Some unhinged humanling went out there recently. What did they call him? Wersorian? He was old but strong and too loud. His visit probably stirred up all the freaks. To be more careful and quieter than he was. You'd have to be insane to set foot in a place like that. Insane or an outcast like the Commissar hiding from the hunt. Or you. Why? I don't want to drag my whole gang into the mangled sector. The place will kill off 3 times more fighters than the Commissar's crew will. That means I need to send in an assassin. Commissar's fighters know my shriekers, but nobody knows you. And besides, you don't have a choice. Which means you'll see through to the end. Very well. Bring me his head, and in exchange, I will share my toys with you. They make surviving in Kamarok possible. Is it a DLC story or main story? I have no fucking clue. I would assume it's main story because it was literally the only thing. Yeah, like it is in the chapter 3 story thing. This is Illusionira. I kind of figured it was like an Illusionira adjacent thing. Okay. There we go. We got our sniper back. And that's all I need right now. Are you still deformed? Oh, no. So I have a penalty to these 3 because of the mind maggot. But beyond that, I'm all good to go. With entropic energy capable of unraveling the threads of matter itself. Okay. Don't sure heal quickly. Well, apparently I was given a whole lot of fucking stimulants, they were called. Your sense of unreality rolls in, breaking the connection between mind and body. Alright, so I need to get Abelard. Flash of searing pain causes the contents of your skull to burst into flames. I like how it like intensifies the sounds. Oh, hey, there's Yurliet. Reunion! The Eldari runs a hand over her face before turning to you. Her pale skin is tightly stretched over the bones of her skull, and her eyes have lost their glimmer, and her neck is stooped under an unseen burden, and yet you still recognize her. Yurliet, your former companion and the reason for your imprisonment within these dark walls. Her eyes widening slightly, but that is the only change you detected. Her intense expression, whatever emotions she may be feeling, she is suppressing them well. Element attack. What are you doing? Learning, mastering that which will bring me closer to my roots. Yurliet's voice vibrates with tension. The blade in her hand is shaking, and her knuckles are turning bone white. Listening up to her, watching Yurliet torture the silent victim, steps forward. Did the monkey come for a taste of pain? Then you must have patience. Our little guest still has so much suffering to extract from her first victim. Your prey is far from empty, Yurliet. Do not hold back. Mio wants you to do it. Show me how much more you are willing to suffer for a chance of forgiveness. I'm pissed. With agony in her eyes, she bites her lip until it starts bleeding, plunges the blade back into her victim, and screams as her spirit stone fills with crimson light. A twist of the dagger, another scream, and another flash of red. The Chikari hungrily leaned forward, imbibing... Wait. I wasn't expecting her to do that. Kill the Chikari. Xenos collapses in a visceral wheeze. His kid moved to draw their weapons, but freeze, transfixed by the side of their brother, thrashing in agony. The Darkwood's toy to a monkey's property. My past shows me no mercy, Owlcat. Tell me, will your heart find the strength and resolve to forgive me, to allow me to share the path with you once more? We will yet have a word about your deeds. Now, however, is the time to leave. Explanations and understanding are now ours to pursue, and yet your willingness to take me back astounds me, Owlcat, and it frightens me in equal part. If Sharian heed my word, I will not fail your faith in me again. We'll see. Oh, they fucking left. Okay. Whatever. Both, actually. Wait, what the fuck? Why is this man dead now? So she was torturing this person, and in so doing, it was causing, like, lore warp 15. All right, so we're not doing that. They were. There was a person here. Yes, they were torturing her by making her torture somebody. I'm surprised that these guys aren't immediately trying to kill me. That one was weird. Yeah. Yeah, like I was not at all expecting. Okay, we're not doing that for now. Where's I need Jai, god damn it. Portal to the arena. We're not going to the arena. Not yet.
With each step, I forge.
Oh my god, shut up about this.
Stars.
I get it. Hello? Interesting. Jai is supposed to be here. Oh my god. Yes, we get it. I'm very, very upset about the world. Where's this supposed to go? Oh my god. Actually, I will keep these. I'm gonna keep everything for now. Show up in different orders. There's basically tier 1, 2, 3 companions. They show up at different points at progressing the story. Extension. Wonder if I can explode it. Well, where the hell does this... Okay, let's go to the map. What does this go to? What does this fucking door go to? Abelard, Argenta, and Earliet are available immediately. If you don't have at least 2 of those, then one from tier 2 gets pushed up. Jaya's in tier 2. I can't use this yet? That's a lie. Ah, there's the mangled sector. Interesting. Before starting chapter 2, that you get lured into the trap in a different way. That makes sense. All right, we're going back. We're going back. We're going back. We're going back. We're going over here. We're going to the mangled sector because I want to get Abelard. The entire star system is inaccessible without yearly yet because the other way of being lured in is a space station in a system you could already access. Oh, interesting. Yeah, that is true. I feel like this place needs to be destroyed. Just all of it, the entirety of it. This is the first power armor we've seen. Counter argument. Solo runs are very common challenge runs in games like this, though. Oh, hey, there's the commissar. Nomos breaks entirely without Pascal on the ship? Oh, I bet. So where is... Oh, there's some loot here. Otherworldly shimmer of nothingness promises peace and quiet. Doesn't advance normally it fails, but it still plays some of the scenes, and in chapter 4 he's still there and he can talk to you even though you've never met him and can't advance. Weird. The vibration that permeates the space of the death throes of atoms becoming nothing. All right.
No!
I have failed my kin.
Really? Are you fucking kidding me, woman? Nope. They do have a stand-in tech priest that walks up and says that since Pascal isn't there, they don't know what to do, so they're just wiping that cogitator. But then Noma's just hanging out in chapter 4 as if it never happened. Well, he just moved to a different cogitator for a minute. That's all it was. Excuse me? Why was this something that I had an option to do? The fuck? Why was I able to skin the corpse? I mean, I'll do it. It's a filthy Xeno. He deserves nothing better. Wear other creatures' skin? Hell yeah. Where the fuck is Abelard? He's supposed to be down here. Alright, Commissar, let's talk. He's on the other end of the zone. Another loyal servant of the throne has found his way to us through these confounded catacombs. Fear not. Approach. If you have faith in the Emperor, then you'll only find allies here. The Emperor protects. Indeed, the Emperor protects. Look at him. One might think that the archetypical commissars from the Imperial Guard propaganda posters are all life drawings of this man. He has a large and powerful jaw, his eyes are hard and fearless, and the small scar over his brow adds a certain rugged charm to his features. His coat, though worn, has been diligently cleaned and mended, and the skull on his tall cap has been polished to a shine. Malice has sent me for your head, however, I have no desire to call you harm. Where they actually kill all your companions in a section like this, and you finish the game with new companions that you met after the first half. Ugh. How well that would go? You would piss off a lot of people. People that go in blind, they'll get attached to the characters in the first half. And when you kill them all off, you will piss off a lot of people. That scaled miscreant, as long as it's want to be dead, he craves my soldiers. He forced us from our base to this perilous place, but he will pay for his scheme soon. Once my plan is set in motion, it is a disgrace to serve one such as he. You ought to join our ranks instead. Together we will break out of this accursed city. What's your escape plan? Some of our own have captured a small xenos ship that was moored for repairs at a remote, unused dock. They eliminated the crew quietly, but left the pilot alive to sail the ship back to real space. We could get to the dock through a dimensional portal located at our old base. Fire Emblem 4 does this, but I have played it, but that game never left Japan. If the monkey have managed to capture the vessel, they were permitted to do so. If they were permitted to do so, the plan is doomed to fail. Regrettably, Malice and his Shriekers drove us out and took over the base. So the first order of business will be to confront him there. I propose that you take him by surprise and deliver the first strike. We will support the attack from the outside. It just failed. God damn it. Seems improbable that anyone in Camargue is prepared for such decisive covert action from the city's prisoners, so the commissar and his people have the element of surprise on their side. Who are the people under your command? Four of my units, composed of prisoners from various Astra Militarum regiments and a number of planetary guards. They formed the assault squad that went on the special operation under Sergeant Vigastes' command. Vigastes. The rest are combat people who had the misfortune to be captured by xenos, serfs, nobility, administrative clerks, technomads, void workers, monks, anyone who found the courage to take up arms. The only kinds you won't find here are heretics, lawbreakers, and cowards. How have you managed to accomplish so much? Every morsel of intelligence we have acquired and every step of progress we have made was paid for in blood and pain. The information about the dying cabal that dreads entering the docks of its enemies and instead moors in an abandoned area was forced out of captive xenos. The knowledge of the portal was bought in exchange for one half of all the weapons we had stockpiled. And taking that ship cost us several lives, each of which was worth more than this whole blasted city. I shall join you. My brothers and sisters in arms, a new fighter has joined our ranks. The Emperor's grace is with us. I require medical assistance. You do not look too badly injured, and we are suffering from a severe shortage of medical supplies. Better to save what we have for critical situations. I have a bug in my brain. So what, he's like over here? Oh, you dumb bastard! Why did you... You barely recognize your loyal seneschal, Abelard Wersarian, in this pitiful hunchback figure. His officer's bearing, his broad shoulders, his directing, piercing gaze, all gone without a trace. What you see before you is a decrepit, quivering old man, rummaging through malodorous refuse and mumbling under his breath. Takes you a second to make sense of his hoarse lisp. Quetharina, love, white amasec and fruits? Of course, love. The children are making mischief again. Quetharina, where are you? Oment's frail voice is laden with tenderness and longing. Abelard? The drive steps are added again. Quetharina, Abelard laughs faintly and immediately launches into a bout of coughing. Deep lines run across his face and a blurry film of cataracts clouds his eyes. The drive steps are added again. Another council session of another peel. The logicians. They'll never be satisfied, love, until they make us and our children disappear. Yep. Perhaps we should just give in. You always said that Dargonis is not your home. Would you like that, love? Would you rather leave it all behind, go somewhere far away from our toils? Seneschal, the addendum prefectura militarum to the Tacit Imperium states that an army officer of the Imperium who submits to third-degree xeno influences or higher is to be considered a traitor and a heretic. I will have no heretics under my command, Seneschal. I already conquered this illusion at once. Get to it, officer. Abelard flinches, his brow furrows, and a glow lights up in his watering eyes. Heretic? I recommend that you brush up on your regulations before accusing an officer. The addendum primum arendum abolished the xeno influence categorization and therefore, his vision somewhat cleared. Abelard looks at you and makes a shuddering breath. Saints' blood, Lord Captain, you're alive! Thank the God, Emperor, death has not found you yet. Then, again, given the circumstances, it may be for the worse. Is the damn thing still with us, then? There'll be no rest for my weary bones. For real. You will find no rest of this place with me or without me, gray-haired monkey. You fucking... God damn it. What happened? Thrice blasted Xenos simply chucked me aside like a piece of rubbish. I went to look for you or for help, and I ended up here. This is where it found me. That thing, memory fails me. All I can remember is bits and pieces and needles. It pumps something out of me, and it pumps something in. I seem to be in one piece, except that creature. How should I put this? Its needles siphon the strength out of me. I feel older by a good decade or two. Where do I think I am older? Be why I started seeing things. I never thought I'd live long enough to go senile. What was the thing that attacked you? Spawn of nightmares. So ghastly, my mind refuses to picture a clear image of it. Nothing but meat, metal, and many, many needles. It feasted on me, feasted on my very soul. It would have devoured me whole if it hadn't gorged itself on another before me. We'll find a way to restore your time to you. Pray, Lord Captain, there's enough strength in this body yet. Your seneschal will not be so easily broken by some... I can just use a brief respite. Where are the others? I have not the faintest idea, your lordship. All I could say is, if I have managed to survive down here... If I have managed to survive down here, the others stood a chance too. There were no weaklings in your retinue. You're not wrong. My late wife, Lord Captain, I think in the time I wandered around here, my sanity may have suffered. A temporary lapse, I hope. It appears my mind can no longer stomach the kind of horrors this place has to offer. I saw her by my side. I saw a different time, a different place. It is time to move, Abelard. I could not agree with more, Lord Captain. I serve House von Delancius. Alright. So, let's take a look at Abelard. Stolen time. Strength is... so these are down 20, and his agility is down 30. Viscous solution? Alright, well at least he doesn't have a brain bug. Looking at the revolting puddle of ichor that reeks of suffering, you could barely make out what remains of the bones of some unfortunate soul that appear to have been digested and regurgitated. Ah, that's pleasant. Alarm jump scare. Yep, it is about that time. As indicated by the bloody trail, a body was recently dragged through here. Oh, I guess that's just going to be where we have to stop for now. Yeah, but he was artificially aged, which sucks. Imagine waking up and you're just 20 years older than you are now. Ugh. No, thank you. But, so, that is going to be it for today. I feel like we got a fair bit done. So, plans for next week. Tuesday, we're going to be continuing the Ditto run. We are literally... We're stuck at fucking Giovanni 2. We're stuck at Silphco. We have one required fight before we start opening things up again. And by opening things up, I mean we then have to go to Sabrina's gym. And then once Sabrina is done, then we have Giovanni's gym. And then once that's done, we have the Elite Four. So we basically have a straight line through the rest of the game. And it's going to be a very difficult line. But that is on Tuesday. Wednesday, we're going to be continuing DMC 5. I got to V. We got through the first portion of Nero's campaign. We are now on V. I'm not a huge fan of V's gameplay. It is literally just button mashing and you win. I hated that character. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan. Not a huge fan. Don't really like the gameplay. Don't really like the character in general. I find him very pretentious. But we are stuck with him. So I'm playing through that on Wednesday. Looks like Ezra Miller. You're not entirely wrong. I liken him more to what's his face? Kylo Ren. He looks more like Kylo Ren than Ezra Miller to me, though. What's his fucking name? Adam something. Doesn't matter. But yeah, we're gonna be doing DMC 5 on Wednesday. Adam Driver. Thank you. No stream on Thursday as always, and then Friday and Saturday we are going to be doing more Rogue Trader, going through definitely not Illusionara. Legally distinct Illusionara. No, this is, it has some, I mean, like, the most that it has with in common with Illusionara is that it removes you from the main portion of the, like, the main map of the game, right? But yeah, we're here. We're gonna be doing that. That is the plan for the next week, and the week after that is my birthday week. That is the week that I do not have to work all week. That is also the week where I'm going to be trying to adjust my sleep schedule to prepare for my new job on days that starts the week following that. So we are going to be doing that. And yeah, that's going to be it. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out and watching. I appreciate y'all as always. And as always, I hope y'all enjoyed the stream. I hope y'all have a good evening. And I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye!